Let me show you something. One of the ways to end a drought season is to increase your level of faithfulness. Are you with me? One of the ways to end a bad season in your life is to increase your level of faithfulness. Whenever we are going through hard times, it is a test or a weight that drains or that seeks to contend with our faithfulness. Whenever bad things begins to happen to us, it is a test on our faithfulness. That is why bad things can make people who are good become bad. That is why one disaster can end somebody's Christian life. That if God is there, most of those who are atheists, they don't doubt the existence of God. They only have a problem with God. You probe deeper, you discover that they have a situation that they thought that God could have done something about, and God didn't do anything. I've preached it in recent times that one of the ways that God proves himself to us is by allowing certain things to happen. Bad times, they seek to fight our faithfulness. That's why in Job chapter 2 verse 9, Job, we were told in verse 1 of chapter 1 that Job was faithful to God. He was a man that gave God his all. Then along the line, Satan went to enter into a deal with God, which caused Job to suffer predicament and affliction. Then in verse 9 of chapter 2, the wife of Job said unto Job, he said, Job, my husband, will you still hold on to your integrity? Do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die. In other words, reduce your faithfulness. Reduce it. Reduce it. The natural action to take in the face of affliction is unfaithfulness. That the hardness in your life can make you still at the workplace, can make you cheat. The hardship can suggest negative ways to you, which can bring you the results you are looking for. But see, at the end of our lives, when you choose the wrong way, you would have results. But at the other hand is regrets. When you turn your back on God, the results will come, but attached to the results will be regrets. And if you choose the way of God also, the results would also come, but attached to the results is rejoicing. But in the face of challenges, it is easier to be unfaithful to God, to man, to self. If I'm praying and these things are happening, I'll stop praying. You have a physical basis for that statement, but we are called to a higher life. So in the face of challenges, increase your faithfulness. When you increase your faithfulness, you cut short your wilderness period. It was the murmuring of the Egyptians that prolonged their destiny, their journey. That is why Bible says, in all things give thanks. That if in your challenging times you can increase your faithfulness, you can come out of your challenges easier than you expect. That is why when things begins to go bad, rather give God more of your time, because the natural thing to do in bad times is to sit down, weep, and go elsewhere, look for solution. But if you can then begin to increase your praises, you can increase your worship, you can increase your prayer, you can increase your fellowship, you can increase your giving, God then sees that you love him more than those things, and easily your wilderness period ends. So in the chapter 10 of Job chapter 2, Job said to the wife, that shall we only receive good things of the Lord? I would like you to pray that, Father, give me the grace to be faithful, especially in hard times. That's the real deal. To be faithful in hard times. To be faithful to God when after 5 years nothing good seems to be happening. Today I see people who are not coming to church and they don't even think anything called church exists. It's because if you ask them, they will tell you that God has not done anything for me, or the lives of other people seems better than my life. So when you have such outcomes, the easier thing to do is to put mark on God. You put mark on God and change your allegiance to God. But in such times, the best thing to do is to increase your faithfulness. When you increase faithfulness, that condition dies. It is our faithfulness that swallows the foolishness of the devil. It is our what? Faithfulness that swallows the foolishness of the devil. So if you choose to be unfaithful, when the devil visits you, you will win. But if he comes meeting you faithful, he goes away. There was no account that the devil came to Job 3 times. No account. Because Job increased his faithfulness in the face of predicament. The test of Job was based on faithfulness. Was based on faithfulness. If faithfulness is love, love is captured in faithfulness. That was the test. That if you afflict Job, if you take what he has, he will neglect you. God said, no, Job is faithful to me, he will neglect me. So the test was on his faithfulness. That was why when Job lost everything, he increased his level of faithfulness. So there was no time the devil will come 3 times. You are prolonging your issues. You are allowing the devil to be coming and coming and coming and coming because he finds you unfaithful. Can we pray? Final prayer. The Lord, help me to be faithful to you. Lift up your voice. Ratos kaparantata.